there's something very important I need to address before I dive into Taizai Chapter 206, and it's something I've noticed a lot in recent chapters. It's gotten even worse by the chapter that I've noticed it's constantly mentioned on social media, and so I want to talk about it. Many are saying that Taizai is getting boring. Like, this entire flashback arc is fucking boring. We need to get to the present day time. Let's get done with this Diana King stuff. Let's get on to the new stuff and all the new stuff in present day time. Many say, like, they don't really give a shit about this arc at all. And I'm sitting here like, are you fucking serious? Like, okay. I know this doesn't go for everyone, because I know a lot are liking this arc, because it's really good backstory, world building, characterization, some good shit is going down, and also set up for the future enemy, the Goddess Clan. But there is quite a bit that are saying that this arc is boring, and I'm like, look, we need arcs like this. We cannot just have present day arcs all the time. There has to have arcs, there has to be arcs with flashbacks, there has to be arcs that focus on the world building, which is the entire point of this arc. It is world building. It is to develop this world. Some things that we've been questioning about for a very long time. What is the Goddess Clan's true motive? Are they good? Are they evil? Is the Demon Clan completely evil or good? How do they work? How is their society? How is the Goddess Clan society? We're finally getting these details, and many are saying, get this fucking arc done. Just get the shit out of here, because it's fucking boring. And I'm like, are you serious? This is exactly what kind of messed up the Magi arc, the flashback arc with Magi. If you've ever read Magi, you know what I'm talking about. That entire arc had to get rushed by the mangaka because many didn't like the arc. They just didn't want the flashback. They wanted to get the present day stuff, and so that entire flashback arc got completely rushed. It was a big thing going on at the time when that arc was being made. And so seeing this, I really hope Nakaba-sensei is not getting multiple people complaining to him, saying like, you need to rush this arc, it's very boring or whatever. I hope that's not happening, because I don't want this arc to get rushed. I really don't, because this is such a good arc. It's a fucking fantastic arc. We're getting to see the Ten Commandments versus the 4 Archangels, and it's freaking interesting, because the way the Archangels are being built up, they're clearly a higher level than what the, Ten Commandments are, and I just really hope that Nakaba-sensei doesn't succumb to pressure and rush the arc, because many, or the vocal fans of Taizai say they don't like this arc at all. So I just hope, I really hope, that's not what happens. Now, with that being said, mini rant over, let us talk about this chapter of Taizai, chapter 206. Okay, so there is a new transformation revealed for the Demon Clan. I think its name is Indra. I think that's how you say it, but this new transformation is where you kind of grab your heart in your chest, rip it out, crush it, and you transform into evil incarnate. You lose all sense of reason, you gain enormous power, and you turn into your true form, your true actual form. That's not what you currently have right now, it's your true being, what you truly should look like. And so when we see Mon and Derriere transforming into this form, that's their true form, and also this is their transformation, which has lost all reason, so they cannot be spoken with. For instance, if you're a friend, they probably won't even know. They'll probably attack you on sight and kick your ass, which might explain what was going on with Meliodas a very long time ago. If you remember, Meliodas broke down a long time ago. You remember earlier on in Taizai when Meliodas broke out of the stone and all that, and then you saw how he went rage mode Meliodas, completely demon form? What if that is something very similar to what we're seeing here right now? Because that seems what it looks like. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, Meliodas lost all sense of reason at that time, and that's probably what's going on here. They're losing sense of reason. That's why Galen's like, get the fuck out of here. We need to go right now, because, it's not safe to be around here, because if we're around, they're gonna probably kill us. So, I feel like that's what's going on here. What Nakaba-sensei is trying to hint at is that we've kind of already seen a glimpse of Meliodas' form like this, his Indra form. We've already seen some form of this earlier on in Taizai. But anyways, though, let's just talk about the designs real quick. Derriere's design, fucking amazing. I love the way her arm looks. I love the hairstyle. I just love the entire design of Derriere's form. I love that design. And then Mon's design as well. I just love the multi-arms he has and all that, and the way his pants are shaped and all that. He just looks like a fucking badass as well. Very cool forms for these two characters, which proves that these two characters are probably like the oldest of the 10 Commandments, because we gotta factor this in. One was like the last commandments to really be wiped out in, the present timeline. We know Mon and Derriere was kind of the last ones, and now seeing this and seeing how they have access to being able to crush their heart and transform transform into their true forms, this shows that they're not weaklings. They're not the, early or new added additions to the Ten Commandments. They're actually long-time Ten Commandments that have been there since, like, the start, and so seeing them have such a long-lasting time in the present time of Taizai, it actually makes sense now because of the abilities they have in this chapter. It explains why they didn't get wiped out so quickly, but it makes me question, though, why didn't they use this ability against Meliodas or anyone else? I mean, I wonder if Estarossa or Zeldaris had these abilities to be able to transform into their true form and lose all sense of reason. I'm really curious about that because it makes me question what would have happened if, Estarossa would have done this against Escanor. As we do know, though, it is said that only certain demons are permitted to do this. So that means that a lot of demons are probably under restrictions to where they probably can't use this at all. So, I mean, that's probably a factor in this. Maybe Estarossa and Zeldaris were not allowed to do it, or all the Ten Commandments, or maybe Mon and Derriere were not allowed to do it anymore, which might explain why they didn't do it in the present timeline. But overall, though, just these forms look very badass, which open up a whole new level for the Demon Clan and Meliodas in the future. So Gowther is kind of giving us all the information to Rudisel. I think that's how you say his name. If I'm saying his name wrong, please forgive me on that. It'll take a while to kind of learn it. But overall, though, the main Archangel that is the strongest, Ru, he apparently gets a lot of characterization in this chapter thanks to Gowther prying Nerobasta's mind, and we found out that this man is the strongest among the Archangels. He's the most intelligent, the strongest, and this man has sacrificed everything. He has given everything up for what he has currently right now, and Gowther says, oh, I know of a man just like that, which we obviously know Gowther is talking about Meliodas, because Meliodas, he gave up everything for Elizabeth, just to protect her, to be with her, and so it makes sense that Gowther would say something like that, like, oh, I know a man that was just like that, gave up everything, gave up all his friends and family and all that, just for one solid objective, which is, Meliodas to protect Elizabeth. So I like that correlation between, Ru and also Meliodas in this chapter. I wonder if something like that's going to be dived into anymore in the future of Taizai. Oh yes, and before Derriere transformed, is anyone else, like, just satisfied? Did they get that satisfaction when Derriere just smashed that kid's eyeball in with her bone from her arm? Like, did anyone else just smile? Like, oh yes, that's fucking badass. When Derriere's just punching, and you see how her arm is just disintegrating slowly, and then when her bone gets here, she just smashes right into the kid and hits his eyeball in. Did anyone else think that was fucking badass? Like, holy shit, that was badass. Derriere going in like that and kicking ass. I'm like, yo. So that was probably one of my highlights of the chapter, besides, the transformation stuff. Just Derriere going in and punching that kid's eyeball in with her freaking bone. Badass as fuck. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about this chapter of Taizai? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Please let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below. Love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.